My story? Okay. It was never easy for me. I was born a poor black child. I remember the days sitting on the porch with my family, singing and dancing down in Mississippi.
Any topic under the sun, Andren and Josel having fun. Mistakes were made.
Recently, I've been watching a lot of movies, so tayo na ang weird. Ang sarap manood minsan, and na-realize ko na kung gaano kalaki yung factor yung movies sa paglaki mo. Kasi it's so big eh. So big na like may theory na, like nung lumabas yung Joker. Did you watch Joker?
Alam mo, si Roy has been telling me to watch Joker, tapos I'm saying na I guess I'll try to watch it, tapos tayo nila Andren, we could do a round table on it or something. Pero like, I guess I know enough about it. Ganon. I'm not too interested in watching it in it itself. Pero like, what do you want to say ba?
Kasi like when I watched it, it was okay. It wasn't like as bad as some people said it was. Ang inisip ko lang talaga yung biglang, this happens in most movies, like after you watch it, like may mga lumapit talaga sa akin, no joke, hindi ako magpapa-fucking pakugay. Sabi, Andren, pare, gets ko na yung mental illness, man. Like, oh really? You do? Like, parang, it's, so you just cared after this movie? I mean, it's okay naman, like, not to care about mental illness. You have your own problems, but suddenly you get it now after a handsome guy fucking portrayed it in the movie.
You should. I don't think it's the handsome part. Honestly, I think naman it's a good thing if people understood it based on something they read or watched. Kasi, ikaw, I mean, like kunyari ako, like pag pumipiti ko, it's hard to understand. Like, it's not, like, you don't get the beginning, middle, and end of yung story of a person who is having an anxiety attack. You just get yung middle, and you don't understand, ganon. So, I'm okay if people understood it based on that. It's funny, another friend of mine na ka-Zoom ko, he said na, Josel, napanood ko yung Joker, tapos naalala kita. Tapos, yung isang friend sabi, so, nag-stand-up comedy siya, tapos walang tumawa. Tapos sabi ko, yeah, that's basically...
To what you said, yeah, I get that if there's genuine concern. Yes, I do, but the negative part in me, yung parang yung, just says na, oh, this is just gonna be temporary. Like, once a new movie comes out, you're gonna totally forget about it. You get what I'm saying? Right?
I get what you're saying na parang, oh, dahil ng zeitgeist, you suddenly gave a shit. And I think yung depressing part for me is you needed a dumb movie about Joker for you to find empathy in your fellow man, I guess. Ganun.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying. And the part din na it's parang hindi naman nakikiuso. That's such a parang it's so medyo nakikiuso. I'm trying to find a word that hindi yun, pero yun. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, I tried this joke on stage. Like, saying like, oh, pare, nanood ko ng October, pare, gets ko na mental illness. Napanood ko yung Avengers, pare, gets ko na yung power of teamwork, pare. So, pinanood ko yung Human Centipede, pare, gets ko na, pare, kumain ng puwet, pare, tayo na. Hindi na ako mag-kink shame. But for you, ba, how powerful ba is the influence of movies? Or you just watch it like totally detached, or are there movies talaga that has changed your life?
I am a person who absolutely believes in the power of change through art.
Okay.
Like I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, I read yung comic book ni Jerry Allen Gillen na Wasted, and it was a pretty brutal story about a guy na broken up, and then like he went on a rampage and killed everyone, and that in itself was pretty revelatory sa akin kasi I thought, okay, comics for adults too, right? Pero yung the other part of that story is the story behind the actual comic, which is there's an interview with Jerry Allen Gillen in behind sa compilation, and he started talking about na he knew that he could make comics when he discovered that si Will Sportacio, yung famous X-Men artist, was also Filipino.
Oh.
And when I read that part, I realized that si Jerry was also Filipino, and I felt like, oh, I can do this pala. So, it's not, kasi, look, what I could learn from yung Wasted is really an incel story about someone who got broken up with and got cheated on, and then suddenly said na I'm gonna kill a bunch of gay people, and then I'm gonna...
that's what it's about.
Yeah, they're like may pinatay talaga siya mga bakla doon. Like it's pretty raw. It's pretty brutal, and like hasn't aged well. High school didn't really age well. Pero I thought na someone doing this that raw, para I thought I want to do something like that. I don't want to do that exactly, pero it's a story that opened my eyes up to that I could do something. Yeah, I could do something to that effect. Not to brag my own horn, ganon. Pero like, si Rob has told me on several occasions, si Rob Cham, na when he saw yung windmills sa Sputnik, he thought, oh, that means na I could make my own comics na and release it in that form. I believe yung zine making naman yun eh. Kasi kay Rob, he had already been kinda Tumblr famous at that point. Pero yeah, these are things na parang I feel like may actual effect, pero yeah, pero I feel like I dislike when people just see stories as entertainment, which they are. They can be naman. Not everything has to be like important, ganon. Pero like there has to be.
Sorry for cutting you off.
Sorry.
Partner is like, so you were pretty young when you read that comic, like, kasi most things that gets us started, it's a comics, a stand-ups, a film, or films that like we watched when we are younger, whatever. But I wanna know lang if are there any movies or any form of art that like inspire you now? I mean, when you're older, more cynical, knowing more about the business. Kasi when we consume media and like yung media that inspired us before, pero we knew jack shit kung anong mangyayari, kung ano yung business idea. Like now, I think that holds more weight now. Again, you can disagree with me. If you still find a certain piece of media that changed your life. How about recent, Josel? Have you like consumed anything recent?
I haven't been reading a lot of comics. I haven't been reading comics, period, for a couple of years now.
Oh, not comics, I mean any
No, pero like ito nga, like the other day I was like looking at read comics online, and I happened upon this story. It's called The Girl with No Mouth. And I read it in one sitting, and that's a big deal for me because I really get tired recently. And I was crying a lot because it's such a beautiful story about this girl who got born without a mouth. Tapos the general idea is the power of words, the power of words sa mga buhay ng tao. And it's a European comic. Tapos yung mga characters are I think Muslim sila. kasi there was a part na they praised Allah, ganun, pero, um, and, it just carried so much weight, yung story, and I sent it to Chris, and she loved it as well, and like, such an impressive debut for an artist, tapos, yeah, very surprising. I did not expect to read something so powerful so early in the morning. I was crying. Ganun.
God.
Ganda. Pero I'm not saying that everyone has to be like a sensitive person like me to these things. Like, I understand naman na people, like, if people read, let's say Dark Knight Returns, they don't see yung undertones, yung political undertones na it's about what's that about, like may politics talaga, right? Like it's there, pero people see Batman, they just see Batman and like an entertaining Batman story, pero they don't see a reflection of yung 80s Reaganomics na parang everyone's high on everyone's very rich economically, and like there are yung escalating fears of yung punk youth, ganon. There are those undertones.
Like, weirdly enough nga, dun sa The Dark Knight, like it's a really good like graphic novel. The only like kind of gnarly thing about it is yung mismong art niya. It's kind of hard to get through sometimes.
Pero I think you see naman na it was intentional, kasi you read his whole Daredevil run, eh.
Oh yeah, The Man Without Fear.
And like he was just drawing normally there, ganon.
Yeah,
he wasn't drawing exaggerated figures. Pero I really did like yung art doon. And lalo na yung storytelling. And yung problem ko sometimes is like, a lot of people I know just see it as a story about Batman and not about nothing deeper than that, ganon. And I feel like it's sad kasi Frank Miller tried. It's not that he didn't give a shit about he put it. Every Frank Miller comic has a point that has a moral, ganon, and it's not even a very deep moral, ganon. It's more like very fascistic and shit. Pero like it's like I feel like if it's like if people just try to understand the media that they consumed more, maybe they would kind of see more of yung subtle patterns of people too, like okay, perfect example, Christians who are also DDS, like there's a huge disparity between that, growing up believing yung simple beatitudes na ni Jesus Christ, or like 10 commandments. Those are stories, and those are stories na you are told are the most important stories ever. Pero once you go to the real world, it's like, no, but that's not, dapat sumunod
na
siya sa batas.
That's a great point, dude.
Like, parang, what the fuck,
dude? Like, once you start young and, I love everyone, yay! And in the real world, parang,
I'm not saying na,
yung beliefs mo talaga, if you can, like, fucking, their beliefs, like, you still, parang ginagawa mo pa rin sila, kahit through shit, you still hold them, like, parang ideals mo pa rin siya, kahit anong mangyayari.
Yeah.
Dude.
I like stories with morals, but I also like stupid stuff. And like, it's just
like one of your favorite movies, guys, is Demolition Man. Dude.
Yeah, and that's no joke. And like, I really have no better. I like Demolition Man because I think it's a great sci-fi story, but not a very deep one, and it's just fun. Like, wala naman talaga akong ibang attachment to that. Then it's just all of these collections of very weird choices in a movie. And like, did it teach me anything about human nature? Not really, pero I still love it, ganon. And pero that's an attachment to aesthetic, ganon, and like look and like nostalgia. Pero like, like kunyari, Star Wars. What do you think Star Wars is about? You're a huge Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, it's for me, Star Wars is again, to your point, it's sci-fi, but not like, it's mainstream sci-fi. Let's call it the Jay-Z of sci-fi because it's accessible. Like I said, when I watched, it was marketed for kids, di ba? Like, I watched it very young. Siyempre, iba na yung generation ko from the people who watched the original one. Because it was released pa sa like 70s or 80s. Pero when I watched it in 1998, kasi my mom had like parang the collection of like episodes 4, 5, and 6 yung original trilogy. So I watched it and oh my God, shit, ang angas. Kasi it's marketed for kids eh. Like, tinan mo yung lightsabers, si 3PO, si R2-D2, si Chewbacca, like, every aspect of it is like, to make money. It's not very deep sci-fi. Do you agree with that? I mean, Star Wars isn't that like,
I think, you guys are all wrong. It's about the Vietnam War. George Lucas wanted to write about the Vietnam War, and he just used all of the nerdiest things that he wanted. Kasi he used Flash Gordon, yung serials from the 1930s, to...
Oh wait, it's about the Vietnam War? Yung Star Wars?
And like space Nazis naman yung... Like, it's deep in that it is about fascism. Pero people just glom onto the surface of it. Ganon. In the same way, ganon din naman yung Demolition Man eh. There are deeper stuff sa Demolition Man. I just enjoy it on the other stuff. Like,
it's you're right, but what I was trying to say is it's accessible. Like, it's not like you're a Star Trek fan, diba, Josel? Like, for me, it's so daunting getting into Star Trek. Kasi may iba't ibang timelines, may iba't ibang yun. That's what I mean. Use of Star Wars, it's an easy watch compared to Star Trek or fucking Dune. Do you watch Dune?
Si Curry's read the whole series for a thesis. I read some.
Diba?
No, I really disagree with you. You read a lot. You just don't like it. I think yun naman yun eh. Like I think that you probably read more Stephen King than me. Like, I know I read long books, but I think you've read a lot more novels than me. Ganon.
Yeah.
There could be a chance na ganon. I think it's just paano ba? Star Wars is easier to like naman kasi it's easier to like, yun lang. I'm just saying it's funny how people can't, Americans specifically, then can't make the connection na they all, like, ang daming Star Wars fan, pero lahat galit sa NPA. And I'm not saying tama naman ang NPA, pero there's a correlation between the rebels and like,
the Galactic Empire.
Pero kasi that's people saying that that's entertainment. Ganon. Maybe that's part of then kung ba't ako napagod sa comedy kasi there's very little space for not entertainment sa comedy sometimes kasi it is a troop system. Ganon. You wouldn't want to fuck up yung set ng ibang tao and like I'm not saying like so fucking edgy and shit. Ganon. Pero like obviously, I know, pero like, it's like I couldn't make it work. I couldn't make it work within the system. Other people made it work. Other people say stuff about ganon. Pero like,
I have frustrations nga rin about the comedy scene. Pero yeah, it's all valid.
Pero like, I don't get it na din eh. It's like, well, on the one hand, a lot of people will say, well, katatawanan lang, yun lang. And then on the other hand, it's like, defend free speech. Which one is it? Kasi if it's just katatawanan, you just shut the fuck up if people got offended. Kasi whatever. Kasi it's just katatawanan lang. Ganon. So, a friend of mine asked me parang, if a comedian offends someone, what's your opinion if that comedian just dismisses the person who got offended? And I thought na parang maybe that's not much of a good comedian kasi he's not reckoning with the audience too well. Kasi that's, you have to realize that what you said was offensive, at least to this group of people. And make
opinion to that
make adjustments to that. Pero I also said na that's why it's kind of important now to set a standard now when it's open mic. It's free reign so people can temper kasi people are trying stuff out. I understand that part. Pero like, when someone gets offended at someone who got offended, that just, I don't know if that actually solves.
It doesn't. Like, here's my thought on that. Like, if anyone gets offended by your joke, let them. Don't be offended that they got offended. I think you can get offended na if that person who got offended complains online or tries to like actually get you fired. But no one has done that naman here eh. No one has ever been fired for what they have said on stage naman eh. Do you know any cases? Ako wala naman eh.
Wala naman.
Kaya ako, like if they're offended, okay, they have the right to be, pero I also have the right to say the goddamn joke. And the thing is, sometimes there are comedians eh, this was my case then nung nag-umpisa ako you just say an offensive joke to be cool. You say, freedom of speech, man. But as you do it longer, it's not even offending people. It's hindi mo sinasadya ma-offend sila dahil part yon yung truth na sinasabi mo. Like, basta may truth behind any joke, kahit konti lang, kahit 50% po yung joke, feeling ko madedefend mo siya kasi it's what you believe in, nangyari din talaga. So, I guess, to your point, it's okay naman to offend people. Like, I try to make it na, kasi I've been, like, doing this nga for a while na, I try to make it, dili drill ko sa fucking ADHD-filled skull ko, na you don't have to be funny every second. Yeah. Kasi sometimes, like, if you're that comedian, but laughter builds eh. It just, you don't have to be funny every fucking second. Yun lang yung nasa head ko. Like,
yeah.
You just have to let it build.
And also, I don't, it's, there must be some connection to psychology then if you're always just filling up the space with laughter. Like, wouldn't it fuck with yung serotonin levels in your head? Because if you don't get like 5 laughs per second or something, you're just crazy.
I always hated that yung laughs per minute thing. That's not an accurate representation of who you are as a comedian. I mean, kung gaano ka galing, I mean.
Sometimes it's just fucking set and setting. It's a fucking room, dude. Like, some rooms are gonna fucking laugh like hyena. Some rooms are pensive and like thinking and whatever. I don't know.
So, dude, it just, for me, it's just about syempre knowing the basics. Pero once you know the basics, like being truthful na rin on stage, dapat nakakatawa ka. Gets ko na yan. Everyone gets that kung komedyante. You need to be funny, of course, pero, you need to make it me. Parang, I know now what, if the audience's laughter has meaning to it. Okay, edgy ulit. Pero like, gets ko yung, oh my God, I got that out of you dun sa audience. Like, I made you, like, not take yourself seriously, made you laugh at this horrible thing. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now.
But the funny thing is, I always thought na your jokes had a lot of depth to them, honestly. And I know na you balked at that before, pero I thought na
Did you hear my eyes roll kanina na
pero like, it's not, it's not dick sucking. I just really think na parang, I am friends with this person, I like this person's material, and I do find some depth to it. Kasi you're also not a comedian na you're hindi ka nagpapa-cute eh. So I would think na yung material mo actually does have fail-safes and safeguards to it logically, Hindi siya something na surface lang. I feel like a lot of yung aking ginagawa was surface shit. So I really appreciate when I saw na parang that's the guy na I thought I could be or wanted to be ganon. Yun lang. So,
some movies.
Yeah.
So your favorite then is Demolition Man. Yan yung mga not so serious movies that you love. What are the serious ones? Yung highest na, one of the
You're
highest.
gonna fucking hate this, but like I love The Jerk. I think it's one of the funniest and like really well thought out movies, honestly.
I need to watch it again because you fucking love that movie. It's Steve Martin. Yan, ito ba yung mahaba yung ilong niya?
No, that's Roxanne, which is also a great movie.
Okay,
That's an anime, basically. Pero
I think I would like this guy. Okay, I think
The Jerk is just panay goofy gags and stuff, but like there's a really cute love story, and I think it has the best opening line of any movie. Yung first opening line niya is I was born a poor black child. the guy with the whitest hair ever and the whitest face, like sobrang. Tapos nakakatawa kasi when I listen to sa mga comedy specials niya, that whole movie is so clearly just based on yung mga comedy specials niya. Pero it got elevated to like such a sweet story. I made Grace watch it and like it's really sweet eh.
Okay.
Cute niya. It's about a guy who was sweet, and nice and poor, and then he got everything and it destroyed him. And then parang it's so cute and kind. I like when things are like that. Yung cute and kind, and still brutal somehow. Ikaw ba, what are the life-changing movies that you have?
The non-serious one that you actually made a good point about this Jackass, the movie. I love that movie, dude. And what you said about it, like, really, like, captures what that movie is. It's a celebration of male friendship.
Si Ebert ang nagsabi nun.
Oh.
Yeah. I just quoted it back.
Yeah, it made, like, kasi part of it why I love Jackass din eh. Like, not to get sentimental about it is, like, it reminds me of my friends in high school. And, like, we were those guys eh. In the way that kasi in the province, there's not much to do for fun.
Yeah.
Especially in the suburbs of the province. So yun, we just found our fun. Nag-skateboard kami. Yun, naglalagay kami ng firecrackers sa feces ng cows. But sobrang stereotypical, pero that's what we did, man.
Yeah.
Naalala ko yung one time, like, itatapon na ni Rome was my friend nun, yung microwave niya. And he was gonna buy a new one. So ang ginawa namin, like, we tried to put firecrackers inside the microwave. It's just, sobrang gago lang yun. Nung sumabog yung microwave, a piece of glass went into, like, the shin of one of my friends, and we went to the hospital. Dude, sobrang gago lang minsan talaga yun. That's why, yun yung sentimental part na dun sa Jackass.
I know the two movies that you're gonna say. I know the second serious movie that you're gonna say.
Okay, ano?
American movie.
Yeah.
I can really see how they're like companion pieces in a way. Eh.
Both are very very similar in a way.
The one is the sad part ganon kasi they like trying so hard ganon and
nothing's happening. Nakikita mo yung passion ni
Mark Bouchard, ganon.
Dude. Yung part na ni-reveal na alcoholic pala siya.
Yeah.
Pati gusto ko, I always forget their names even though I love this movie. Yung short na kasama yun, stubby. So,
yeah, yung best friend niya, yung parang it's weird kasi it kind of gives off like Don Quixote vibes. Like si Mark Bouchard si Don Quixote kasi he's like tall and lanky and high-minded and like meron siyang ideals and shit. And like yung kanyang best friend who's just kind of like hanging out and like is a nice person and like it doesn't get into trouble pero like isn't that mean or alam mo yun.
And like it's like Fargo. So I love those movies.
I like I think we bonded on like yung pagiging provincial aesthetic and like I've been trying to
like there are movies like that capture really the provincial life. Do you also like those kinds of movies?
Dude, it's hindi lang naman ikaw yung went through jackass phases, ganun. It just, yeah, I like that. I mean, one of my favorite movies is Beverly Hills Ninja, and that's because
That's a funny movie.
I'm not even
That's a
kidding.
funny movie, dude.
it's one of my favorite movies kasi isa yan sa favorite movies namin ng best friend ko growing up. And like, we used to watch it. We would like call each other on the phone and watch it together. And like, parang, we always just, in college, we'd smoke up and then we'd watch that movie high. And like, tawa lang kami ng tawa dun sa parang, Haru! I am a ninny! And like, all of that shit. It's just so dumb. And like, you know, I love Chris Farley. He's he's still the best guy. Ganon.
Man, gone too soon. You know how dark that ending was?
Yeah.
How kasi, again, I think this would it was in like True Hollywood story. And yung hooker, they were like, please don't leave me. And that was the last thing he ever said, I think.
Yeah, please don't leave. Yung he was lonely and like, he seemed like such a nice guy, but it is dark, ganon. Tapos, he always gave it his all. And, you know, I watched an interview with Bob Odenkirk and si Conan O'Brien, and they were, like, this is like 2020, it's a COVID, and they're still talking about si Chris Farley, and he was asking si Bob Odenkirk, I heard that you helped, Chris Farley create yung character na motivational speaker. Tapos, yeah, sinabi ni Bob Odenkirk, he did have a part in that na parang, initially it was just a coach, PE teacher type character. And then, siya yung nagdagdag ng ibang mga parts ng motivational speaker and stuff. I wonder who thought of yung line, yung, I live in a van down by the river! Like, that's so specific. You know? It's so weird. Pero it's like, ang galing don't you feel like, that's just, si Chris Farley is one of those perfect expressions of what comedy is. It's like 80% persona, 20% material sometimes.
Yeah. And, yeah, he's the representation of like, parang physical comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not downgrading the material part of his, but like, yeah. But that's what he's known for.
But so much of it is yung delivery niya kasi like, you know, it's like, wala namang sense lahat ng jokes niya halos like,
it's just the physical delivery. It's so funny.
It's just how he says it, and like, it's just how nice of a guy he looks to be, nakakatawa lang, ganon.
I've been like thinking that's why I brought this topic of movies. Like, what if, kung gaano ka-important yung isang title ng movie? Kasi, I was thinking like, did you watch Parasite?
Yeah.
Would you still watch it if it was called Evil Korean House?
Yes, I would watch it more. That sounds like the best movie ever.
That was yung mga iniisip ko kanina Like I woke up at 2 a.m. and I was in a laughing fit. Kasi I'm a sad person, pero natawa rin ako like how important yung movie titles are. Like I actually like naisip ko yung kunwari yung Fight Club. What if it was called Secret Basement Rumbles?
Oh yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Like, or like the Avengers, if it was called A Heap of Hot Superheroes. Would you still watch it?
Probably not. That's funny.
Like,
I
want you. Yeah, what?
No, I just remember because we're on the topic of titles. Yung best friend ko, the guy who loves Beverly Hills Ninja with me. We would watch movies together and we would buy food and hang out in college, ganon. We knew each other since grade 2. Pero like, one time he called me, parang, pare, nakabili ako ng DVD ng Transformers, panoorin natin sa inyo. Parang, oh yes, ganon. And then pagdating niya sa bahay ko, tangina Josel, bobo. Tapos pinakita niya sa akin yung binili niyang DVD, nakalagay Transmorphers.
Oh,
Because it was one of those asylum really bad movies.
It's one of those sci-fi movies, diba? Yung mga gumawa ng Octopus versus Mega Shark.
Yeah, I kind of wanna watch it kasi parang it was interesting. It was kind of like Terminator or something. Pero nakakatawa lang, ganun. But that's not at all connected dun sa, I mean, it's kind of connected tangentially dun sa title
That
ng
was
movie.
exactly sobrang connected kasi like sci-fi movies suck, dude. Like yung Mega Shark versus yung parang Cobra versus Giant Snake. Ano ba? What is it?
I like some of those movies. Like, yung isa sa mga good movies that I like is, let me see. I downloaded it recently. Not Animatrix, not Cyborg, Gunfish and the Bone Snatcher. The Bone Snatcher. It's about a pile of ants that kill people in Africa. Pinanood namin yung tatay ko sa sinihan randomly dati. And it's so rare for us to watch a movie kasi my dad doesn't go out.
Bone Snatcher, yung African ant killers with your dad?
Yeah. And I also watched Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage with my dad. It's one of my earliest jokes sa stand-up na wasn't a joke.
The best version of Wicker Man.
Sobrang,
Not too big!
sobrang yun yung theory ko about Midsommar, that secretly it's a remake of yung Wicker Man ni Nicolas Cage.
Because it's closer to the Nicolas Cage version.
Kasi they're close kasi they both have fertility cults. They both have parts na the guy is in a bear suit and getting burned.
Yeah.
They both have yun na yun. Pero I like, in my head, that's the funny thing. That's the funny conceit.
But in Midsommar, pare, Killer Malasimbo, pare.
What's the movie na you like pero has the worst title?
Wait, let me think. It has the worst title. For me talaga, I really like this movie, pero that title for me lang, like, I wish the title was better. Kasi, it's sobrang walang kinalaman yung Full Metal Jacket for me.
Oh, you don't know what Full Metal Jacket means?
No, I'm an idiot yourself.
Yun yung tawag sa shell casing, di ba?
Oh!
Yun yung understanding ko actually.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your favorite movie na silly yung type?
Silly yung title. Oh man. Fuck. I don't know.
We would never survive in improv just like.
Yeah, no. Ano ba? Oh. One of my favorite documentaries is by Herzog, of course, because I'm pretentious. And like he has this movie. It's such a long title. It's even longer than Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And
Wait, stop. That I like that movie, but that is a fucking stupid title.
I like that title. Kasi it's a poem. Connected siya sa movie kasi yun yung tula, di ba?
Okay.
Ito, Encounters at the End of the World. Kay Herzog. And it's okay. It's okay as a title, but it's kind of generic and long. Pero it kind of has that same feeling ng yung remember sa American movie where it that has that Americana feel, right?
Yeah.
Pero this is about people who moved to the North Pole ba, the South Pole, Antarctica. They moved to Antarctica to work there. Tapos it's just about yung town, isang small town sa Antarctica and like mga people there. Tapos there's this really depressing scene with a penguin who constantly tries to go into the middle of nowhere and kill himself. I'll put in yung clip dito kasi it's one of my favorite internet clips. But it's a great movie. It's very inspiring. I love yung mga people against nature stuff. Ganun.
Oh my, that's cool.
What's a movie was there ever a movie that you just caught on the off chance on TV and it just stayed with you, and you tried to find it.
Oh, dude, yeah. That stuck with me.
Yeah, something that you just stumbled upon.
Yeah, I stumbled upon this sa bus as I was going to Manila, and you might disagree with it. I think I told you this story, but fuck it, we're gonna release it to the people naman yung Star Trek Into Darkness. I really, really like it. And I'm not a Star Trek fan. Di ko pa nga napapanood yung
Yeah.
one before this eh.
Yeah.
Pero I like ang galing ni Benedict Cumberbatch sa fucking movie na yun. Do you agree?
I have a feel he's good in any movie. He hasn't made a bad movie. Ganon. Even he was even good dun sa Zoolander 2, which I thought was good.
I need to watch Zoolander. Pero the reason why I love Star Trek Into Darkness because it is acting. Did you felt chills dun sa part na yung nakakulong si Khan?
Stupid.
Tapos kinakausap siya ni Kurt through the glass.
It's stupid. Sorry. I hate it. You know when you rant about yung The Last Jedi, it's exactly that. It's exactly that for me. Parang fine, you just reversed everything. Who gives a shit?
Wait.
Kasi Into Darkness is Wrath of Khan, di ba? Remake siya.
Yeah, I heard yung
right?
Kasi I read
and sa movie, sa original Wrath of Khan, si Spock yung namatay and si Kirk yung nabuhay. And here they flipped it, and I don't give a shit because I saw that. And they kind of really they fucked up a lot kasi yung point dun sa original, tanda mo yung Dark Knight Returns na Batman, right? And the point of that story is Batman is old. It's like a really old Batman, di ba?
Yeah.
Dun sa imagine they made that movie pero they made Batman not old. So it doesn't make any sense. Then sa Into Darkness, they kind of did that. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I kind of liked it when I first watched it, pero like it's like something that I never wanted to revisit again. Parang it's fine. I'm not that invested.
I love that movie. Yung fucking interrogation scene, yung kinapture na si Khan. You can't break the rules. How are you expected to break bone?
I like the first one. I like the old one. Pero that's just me. Ganun. That's just a fandom talking to me. That's a movie that you stumbled upon lang.
That I stumbled upon?
Yeah. Yun yung tanong ko, di ba?
What?
Wasn't that what I asked you? Parang a movie that you stumbled upon?
Yeah, you stumbled upon Into Darkness.
Yeah. I have a movie na, alam mo yung Videodrome, yung Cronenberg movie?
I haven't watched it.
It's about, I think, I haven't watched it like improper since the first time I watched it. But I think it's about a virus that goes through TV screens to kill people.
Is this like Tron? Hindi naman.
No, it's not like Tron. It's not like Tron. It's like body horror. Pero there's a scene there na a guy takes out a VHS tape out of his stomach na naging parang VCR and like biglang sumabog yung ulo niya. Like it's just crazy, weird stuff. Tas I was watching at midnight sa bahay and like I flipped on a fucking channel and I thought it was tripping. I thought I was going insane kasi sobrang meta ng movie. If you're watching it on the TV, it's so much better. Kasi it's just parang, what the fuck? Is my TV broken? Am I gonna, parang Sadako gonna come out? It's fucking scary. Thus, I didn't even know what the title was, until like I was in college and I found out stuff. Pero like, that was scary.
Were you the one who told me this before? Kasi I watched the movie The Ring.
Yeah.
Like, recently, and ikaw ba yung nagsabi sa akin yung ending niya? Like, may mga iba't ibang Sadako pala.
Yung sa novel, may nagkwento sa akin, yung sa original novel, sa original story na it was actually an explanation for hologram theory or like simulation theory. Tapos Sadako was actually a computer virus and everything was getting turned into a computer virus. Ganon.
Isn't that the worst thing you have ever heard?
No, I think it's pretty good. I think affected ka lang dun sa presentation of the movie. It's like the worst thing I've ever heard is Into Darkness, what they did, and I know that's because I know yung original. It's just that. So I give a shot naman. I don't wanna take a shit on the person who inspired the movie because that person was the first. Like, it does sound shitty, pero I have not read the novel, so maybe it perfectly works there. Ganon. I think they did that sa later Ring movies, actually, sa Rings or something.
What?
They
What do
might
you say?
have
Sorry.
done that. No, they might have done that na dun sa mga later movies ng Ring. Kasi they had rings, di ba?
Yeah. What?
So, I think in-expand na nila yan. I don't think it's bad. Ganon.
May mga iba rin kasi like,
Tangina, you fucking watch You fucking watch Fast and the Furious. Because you're gonna scoff at
but
yung
let's just ignore Josel. Kasi here, okay, let me stretch that one.
Ah.
They ain't ready for this.
Wait, are you excited for the game?
No.
Okay.
Is there a game out of Fast and the Furious?
I saw a
I'm
game.
excited for the new one that was supposed to come out this May.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. You're gonna stretch?
For me, Fast and the Furious, pare. It's one of the weirdest movies ever. Kasi it's a like multi-million-dollar franchise. And they somehow felt like got past like mainstream storytelling. Kasi if you ever watched the first one that came out like in the early 2000s, they were just stealing VCRs. Like, oh my god, illegal street racing, Doc Martens with flames on them, shit yeah, fuck yeah. And then fast forward to 2009, nung lumabas yung Fast 6, and dude, they're fucking, dude, like mga government super secret agents to sila pare. They're beating up pare yung mga combat ops. Tapos diba tangina illegal street like racers na yung mga ito dati. Tapos may mga may combat training, may SEAL training pala sila.
I mean, I get it, pero also that's Rocky.
What the fuck?
Diba Rocky was just a fucking schlub and he lost the first, and then by the fourth he had like a robot or something?
Yeah. Ano Rocky yun yung...
I've never watched Rocky, pero I know na parang, doesn't it get crazy? Like, it's just Hollywood.
Not to this level. Have you watched any Fast and the Furious movies?
I've watched one. I think I watched two. I watched Tokyo Drift. I liked Drift. I liked 5. I don't remember what 4 was, but I might have watched it. Because I watched yung Rio de Janeiro one. I watched yung ayan, yun lang. I watched the Hobbs one. I mean, it's good. It's fine.
And as pinupulot mo yung jaw mo na nag-drop sa floor, kung pinulot mo yung mga movies.
I feel like you ruined all of those movies for me sa tunay lang.
Huh? What?
I feel like kayo nila Alexa ruined those movies for me.
Why?
What you described is way better than any of the... It's too hyped for me now. It's like when I watch it, it's like I have to be on the same level nila Andren and enjoying this. And then when I watched Hobbs and Shaw, I was so annoyed. Parang, man, this is
we didn't like Hobbs and Shaw, by the way. Kasi it's not... Yeah.
Yeah, it was too, it was too winky.
It was too jokey.
And wala silang character. You know what I'm saying?
They're just badasses.
And like, I feel like cyborg na si Idris Elba, why can't you just make him look like a cyborg na? It seems so, lazy somehow.
Yeah, it is.
Pero, it's fine. I liked the one with... I like that it became a team, That was the interesting part. Ganon. Nakakatawa kasi people always say na para it's so connected to the first one. Tas para I don't think anyone rewatches the first one.
Well, we did. Pero
you did?
Yes, mga siraulo lang.
The first one was almost the first one was as different. Like I watched the parts of Rocky 1. The first one, na Fast and the Furious, is almost like katulad ni Rocky 1. It's so different yung tone. It's like a hood drama, di ba?
Yeah, it actually,
and like, di ba si Vin Diesel?
Yung katawan niya, hindi ganun ka-fit eh.
Vin Diesel wasn't even like a good guy. There was kind of like an asshole na thug, di ba?
Yeah.
Na charismatic, of course, ganun. Pero yeah, I don't get na bakit may. Yeah, I mean, it's. I wish I got into it, pero I did love I love Tokyo Drift. I thought that was so different, and then I liked yung when they actually became a team. That was interesting, ganon.
May theory nga kami ni Alexia na part siya ng Transformers universe.
It'd be funny if they just folded that in.
Like imagine mo si Vin Diesel nakakapit kay Optimus Prime, nakasakay sa shoulders niya.
I'll tell you, man. I watched I want to say na I'm a pretty big Vin Diesel fan naman, or like consistent. Like I think I've watched most of his movies.
Did you watch Pitch Black?
I love Pitch Black, dude. I love Pitch Black. I love Riddick. I love those movies. I wish na he got I wish that was a series. Like he got another shot. Kasi ang badass nung end ng Riddick, he actually becomes the king of the universe or something at the end. Kasi he kills the king and then namatay yung girlfriend niya. And then Pitch Black is probably one of the most interesting sci-fi alien things. Kasi they're this super fucking crazy planet na by day it's super lava hot and by night it's super cold, and then there are these monsters na kind of chase the horizon and kill people, and they're black. They're like black. Not they're black. They're blind and shit. That's super cool. No, pero I watched recently. I watched Bloodshot. Kasi
what was it? I never heard of that.
Bloodshot is also a comic book na corny na para siyang Rambo pero cyborg siya and shit. Pero I read yung Jeff Lemire written na Bloodshot actually. It was pretty good.
Oh, boy.
Ang galing ni Jeff Lemire. I can't believe that he wrote a Bloodshot story. But I watched yung Bloodshot movie ni Vin Diesel. Yeah, shitty. It's pretty shitty. It's pretty whatever. I think ma-enjoy mo siya. Para siyang, I like to think na I have this category of movies na they're not bad, pero they're perfect to watch on a bus. And I feel like Bloodshot, like seryoso. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like these DVD, direct to DVD movies, perfect on the bus. Like any of the Marines ng WWE films, especially the one with si Miz na yung bida. Can you fucking imagine that there's like a fucking movie na marketed na ang bida ay si The Miz? That's stupid. Anyway, those I like bus movies, man.
Great genre. Huh?
I like bus movies, ganon. Like you know what's
For me, it was Now You See Me. Yun yung perfect bus film.
Now You See Me. Which one is that? Is that yung kay Kiefer Sutherland?
No, it was about these magicians. The guy from
Yung not Ocean's 11.
Oh, it's magic. It's Fast and the Furious, but with magic.
What's the best movie that you've watched on the bus, or like the most interesting?
Most interesting. Yung naparod ko lang sa bus yung not anywhere else. For me, it's I watched, what was that again? Kasi I watched the first Lord of the Rings and the second one. I never watched the third one, yung Return of the King.
All on the bus?
Yeah, I watched it on the bus.
Wow.
You know how good that movie was? Like, nasa likod, I prefer riding at the back of the bus. Kasi like, iwas sa tao.
Yeah.
It was so good. Parang lumapit ako sa harap para lang panoorin yun.
Shit.
What's your bus movie?
I had this bus experience where I suddenly saw si Ben Affleck go on screen. Tapos like, oh, what the fuck is this movie? And then John Bernthal comes out and he has a fist fight with Ben Affleck and they have shoot guns. Tapos in another scene, si Anna Kendrick comes out. And then in another scene, si Whiplash, the dude from Whiplash, si J. Jonah Jameson comes out too. And then si John Lithgow comes out and he owns a robotic prosthetic arm company.
This starts lang at the very start of the movie.
And then si Ben Affleck is an accountant. Pero also he's a killer. And also he's autistic. Like part siya ng story. And I was so confused. Tapos it's this movie. It's called The Accountant. Tapos parang it's such a twisty plot. It's like a thriller. Tapos sobra lang weird kasi parang it shows you sometimes that casting can fuck up a movie kasi when too many people with like yung reaction is it's that guy, it takes you out of the fucking thing. You need some people that you don't know.
Yeah, you need in a film you need character actors eh.
Yeah, or like just nobodies ganun.
Parang hindi lang puro stars.
Yeah. And like there was no reason na si Anna Kendrick needed to be that secretary or like si J. Jonah Jameson was, well maybe si J. Jonah Jameson, pero like si John Bernthal, he didn't need to be John Bernthal in that movie.
Oh my God, Jake Gyllenhaal nagbebenta ng Yossi sa kanto. Kailangan star-studded lahat.
There was something like that sa Wicker Man na Nicolas Cage.
Dustin Hoffman playing a taxi driver.
Sa Wicker Man ni Nicolas Cage, biglang lalabas dun si Dave Franco at si James Franco as just extras, as in literal extras. And I think in their heads they were like getting guest roles as the next Star Wars or something. Doesn't that suck? Na sa Star Wars movies na everyone is fan casted and like everyone just goes on like they take away from extras. No, it's not kowtowing sa social media. I'm not fan raging like you. I'm just saying na parang who gives a shit if an SNL guy is a stormtrooper?
Okay.
I don't see his face. We don't need you don't need that shit. Like parang stop putting in people that stop using your friends. This is sobrang walang kwentang rant. I'm just saying parang yan lang. Who gives a shit? I hate Star Wars. Fuck it. No, that's fine. Ganun. I watched parts of the last one.
Which one? Which movie is this?
The Star Wars, the one with laser swords.
The
last episode.
Star Wars was called Laser Swords.
The last episode.
Yung The Last Jedi.
The first episode. I don't know which one. Basta, no. It's the first one. I saw na namatay si Han Solo. Spoiler alert. It looks pretty.
Yung solo movie ni Solo?
Not the Solo movie. Yung namatay si Han Solo. The first new one.
A New Hope. Wait.
A New Hope?
No.
New Hope.
No, it's not A New Hope. Oh, fuck. So it's episode 8.
J.J. Abrams takes a shit on my childhood.
So, it's...
I'm kind of excited na si George Lucas wants back in. I feel like yung problem with the new ones is they don't have one person deciding everything. I mean, that's to make it cohesive lang naman talaga. Kasi it seems, and this is just from me listening sa brother-in-law complain about Star Wars. It seems like no one had one thing. Like, it's weird kasi it's a huge corporation pero no one said na ito yung gagawin natin. I understand naman yung kanilang method there na parang it's like an anthology trilogy. We'll get 3 people to do their 3 things that they want to do, pero the problem is
Oh, wait, let's rewind. Let's rewind a bit lang. Kasi, so, what you watched was episode 8, which is like
I didn't watch all of
The
it. I
Last
just
Jedi,
saw
diba?
some scenes and I thought it was pretty. Yun lang.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly, through osmosis of people, I kind of know na yung plots. So, I also feel kind of like imposter. It's weird, no? Sasabihin ko imposter syndrome, like I didn't grow up with the Star Wars, but I did. I watched yung remakes ng 90s, ganon. There was a fair amount in me na I liked. Pero like, if, if I'm being honest, like I really, and it's not that I'm even a Trekkie eh. Kasi I watched Star Trek. I only watched Star Trek because I was waiting for the actual show that I wanted to watch sa Star Plus at that time, which was Lost in Space. I like Lost in Space.
Am I robot?
Yeah, I like si Danger, Will
Can I
Robinson.
ask you this question? Like in Star Trek, was this like the
Black
Picard one, the Shatner one?
Okay. When I was a kid, my dad would watch the Next Generation, and I legitimately knew yung opening, Space, the Final Frontier. These are the adventures of the Star Trek Enterprise. Our mission, blah 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 blah. Like I would, nasasabayan ko siya. Pero I don't remember episodes. Like, I was too young. When I was a little bit older, mga grade 5, grade 6, I actually really liked yung Lost in Space. And I would watch yung original Star Trek na series, yung kay William Shatner. And, I watched a bit of that. And I dug them. They're like, they're groovy. Ganun. They're simple stories. Parang Twilight Zone. Ganun. So,
if I'm like Star Trek, that's why fans like it. Like it changes genres. Like magiging comedy minsan, magiging
Star Trek is you like it because of the cast. I think yun yung first off, and then how people, it's got philosophical stuff, ganon. Pero I think yung primary thing initially is people fall in love with the cast. Ganon. And like maganda yung pag-play off nila with each other. Ganon. Kasi there have been not stellar casts sa series naman. Ganon. Ayun, did you ever get into Doctor Who? Kasi that's stupid. Galit ako.
Doctor Who. Pare, who gives a shit? That's what I'm saying, pare. Wait. Parang it started like that, the way of Doctor Who. Parang it transcended multiple genres.
No, Doctor Who's always been schlock. And that's literally a kid's show. Star Trek was not a kid's show.
Can you explain this to me, Giselle? Why does the Doctor change every time?
Kasi natatapos yung contract and they need a new actor.
And what they need to?
They need a new actor kasi they can't have one actor play the whole.
No, I mean, how do they kill them off? How do they change doctors?
Who gives a shit? No, literally, they kill them and then he can't die, so he changes into a different person.
That sounds dumb.
This is like explaining yung the idea of 3 persons in one God so Christianity. Parang there's God the Father, there's God the Son, and then there's God the Holy Spirit. Eh, di ba po tatlo yun? Hindi, kasi they are one. Pero paano po magiging part ng God the Son yung God the Father Son nga siya? Hindi. Eh, ba't ibon yung isa? Bakit? Like, me explaining why the Doctor changes when he dies is exactly like... It just happens. I don't know, man. Like, I did watch a bit of Doctor Who. I like the first, my doctor is the 9th one. He's my favorite. Ganon.
I wish nga when we can make a watch party and let's watch House. The Japanese horror film, not the Doctor.
Oh man, pinapanood ko yun sa housemate ko eh. So, it's so good. It's good.
Yeah, I downloaded it lang kanina, so I'm gonna watch.
Masaya siya. Like, it's, like I feel like maybe it's close to uh Doki Doki Literature Club, maybe. If I'm understanding yung Doki Doki yung feeling of being unnerved, maybe
Yeah.
just pay attention dun sa parang subtleness of the movie kasi it's quite a weird, beautiful movie. Pero like sobrang stupid din at times.
Like my part, then there's this gal. She touched like a wire. And nung nakuryente siya, alam mo yung sa cartoons?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yung
yung,
skeleton.
it's like live action anime. And then may girl doon ang pangalan niya Kung Fu Girl or something. Like ganun lang ka stupid. And apparently, yung actors doon are not even actors.
What are they?
They're just random people, ganon. They didn't get actors. It's such a weird production, ganon. You gotta tell me next time. You gotta tell me what you think about the ending, kasi it's weird, ganon.
Yeah. I'm recently. I wanted to ask before we go to bed. Like, I watched Akira recently, and it really holds up, man. It's still as good as I remember it. But in the same thing, pinanood ko yung Boy Bebop, and it's not as good as I remembered it. Like, so again, my opinion, I'm not a fucking.
I feel like it's a Cowboy Bebop. It might have been the hype up sa utak mo. It's like if you right?
People put it on top of their fucking greatest anime lists or what.
I think it's still pretty good naman. Like sobrang distinct ng stories, right? I liked yung. Pero like if I'm being honest, I like Samurai Champloo a lot more as a story, like I like yung characters
there. I recently discovered na ito rin pala yung gumawa ng Cowboy Bebop, yung Samurai.
Samurai Champloo like made me cry so much kasi ang ganda nung I'd been so invested sa kanila lahat, and like it's a nice story kasi di ba Cowboy Bebop is a really tragic story.
Yeah, it is.
I like that Samurai Champloo is a hopeful, happy ending for these basically mga outcasts. And I love dun sa Samurai Champloo na, di ba they fought this mother na ninakaw yung child niya, and she's the best lancer in the land.
I need to watch it. I haven't watched this by the way.
So like, she's the best lancer in the land, and mamamatay na yata si Jen, the Rokawa looking guy. And the only reason na he got an upper hand is because she sensed na pinatay ang anak niya. So she kinda let go and pinatay siya. Tapos sobrang tragic. Kasi she had the upper hand. Tapos that was so early on in the series. Tapos it kinda stuck in my mind na parang they're not the best. Like, they're not the worst, pero like there was a time na mamamatay na sila dapat, and like it just felt like it felt real. Ganon. Tapos katuwa lang. Cowboy Bebop is good, pero like there's no sucker punch sa Cowboy Bebop eh. It's just really an interesting series eh. Pero Akira kasi, if you sit down, it's like it's gonna fuck up your mind. Eh.
Oh, yung fucking cyberpunk. It's the first, for me like yung first cyberpunk film na naparod ko.
Man, it's sobrang fucked up nung namatay si, I can't remember kasi Kaoru or si Kei yung namatay, nung naipit siya sa katawan ni Tetsuo. Did you ever read yung manga?
No, is there a manga of this?
What are you, fucking crazy?
Yung Akira?
Yung director, it started as manga, yung director yung gumagawa ng manga, and then it got so popular that they started making a movie, and then naunang natapos yung movie. So if you read yung manga, it's so much longer and it has so much more story to it. So it's like yung difference ng Full Metal and then Full Metal Brotherhood. Like, it deviates.
Okay.
So, maganda yung manga, dude. Like, sobrang, baka nga mas maganda siya sa movie. Pero I don't wanna say that kasi they're both really fucking good.
Read it. I have time naman now definitely to read that.
I wanted to buy that, pero yung whole collection I saw, like yung coffee table book, like kasi may collected na tanko bands nun, right? And it's like 9 volumes, like madami siya. Na thick.
Oh my God.
Thick tanko bands, it's like 9,000.
Well, that's too much.
Pero like it's like it really is one of the best manga ever. Ganon. Tapos mas funny yung manga kasi like it's like little touches like remember yung biker clown guy?
Yeah.
He's an actual character dun sa book. Like
wait, yung guy lang na yung aside character dun sa anime.
He becomes nice. He becomes like a friend, like a rebel friend if I'm remembering correctly. Ganon. Very interesting book.
I think part of it is just cramming everything in a fucking...
Yeah. Pero nakakatawa pag binasa mo yung book at yung manga, I think they spend around the same amount of time explaining kung ano si Akira. Like a few pages lang. And it's really good kasi you don't need a whole chapter talking about si Akira na malalim. It's just, Akira is a force. Bam. Tapos. Ganda. Man, that's a fucking... Si Katsuhiro Otomo's crazy. I'm excited for he's making a sequel, di ba?
No, I heard that it was gonna be released nga before this happened. Yung, parang it's... Anong tawag? What do you call that, Josel? Yung parang...
OVA?
Yung Killing Joke, yung parang ginawa nilang mas prettier. They made it look prettier.
They remastered it?
Yeah, and it was gonna be shown sa IMAX. Here.
Oh man, like if ma-release yun, let's go watch it. I wanna watch like a remastered version of Akira.
Like a big IMAX theater with good sound.
Can you imagine yung explosion doon? It's crazy. When they do that.
It's transformation niya, yung body part doon.
That, ang tanda ko sa making Akira, like, usually kasi sa animation, I might be wrong ha, it's 24 frames to 30 frames. Tapos, sabi ni Otomo, we're gonna do 60 frames. Tapos we're gonna use these colors na sobrang, they had rare colors dun sa cell. Kasi that's all handmade pa rin eh. So like, they were doing maybe triple the amount of work per frame. Ganon. Crazy. And that it holds up. Maybe that's the craziest part of it, that it holds up. Kasi there have been a lot. Pero like, it's interesting kasi...
Akira, like, they've done... Like, yung endings ng Akira, that's like parang one of those endings na... May mo pa bang gawin ng sequel? That's why part of me nagulat ako nung lumabas yung Last of Us 2. The way Last of Us ended, like, oh my God, like, gagawin niya ng sequel, ba? Like,
it's kind of unfortunate nga na parang... But maybe it'd be interesting naman. Pero also at the same time, parang wouldn't you want like maybe it'd be good. Pero like I'm not saying that The Last of Us 2 won't be good. I'm just saying na parang there is an insistence sa video game industry on franchises and it kind of fucking ruins shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like ito, do you really need na yung Assassin's Creed Valhalla be Assassin's Creed? Can't you just say Vikings the game? Like,
yeah, actually.
Who gives a shit?
I stopped playing Assassin because I played the first one up until Black Flag, and after Black Flag, like, I think I'm done.
No one ever fucking could explain to me well enough what the fuck the Templar and like all of this time travel and not time travel shit needs. Like, do you really need that convoluted of a reason that this para sabihin sa player mo na you're an Italian who kills someone and you go sneaky.
Wait. Who entered your apartment, Josel? I think an Italian person entered your apartment.
Yes. Tingnan mo, Andre, natakot ako for a second.
Dude, we'd make the worst improv team ever. Kasi buwan natin. Improv. Hello, Josel.
Hi, Andren. How's the barber shop?
I'm your first customer. Hi, sir.
Ako yung may barber shop?
Yes.
Hello, have we met?
I would like to get a haircut.
Are you my son?
Yes, I am your long lost son. Pero, alam mo,
I have no son.
This is terrible.
What, you can't use yung classic improv character, the character with dementia in like yung improvs?
And what layers, you never told me that you're playing a guy with dementia. Hindi mo naman siya makikita kaagad eh.
No, you would have to pick up on yung many subtle hints ko. Like saying, "Who are you? Are you my son? What year is it?" Wait, we can't do the joke of bad improv, kasi ginawa na namin yun ni Noel. So we'll move away from that and go back into anime. And
Can I ask you this?
What
are sequels that never will work? Like, one of our classic films na gusto nating dalawa, just something There Will Be Blood. Like, what do you think the sequel would be if there was one?
Oh shit. What if someone makes a silent film starring si HW, and for the first half of the film, it's just you're focused on HW, and it's a silent film, and it's almost as good. It's as good as yung first part ng There Will Be Blood, where it's just silent, diba? Pero at the middle of the movie, he gets an ear operation kasi nag-advance yung technology, right? And then it becomes a talkie.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The conceit lang. I wouldn't know the fucking story. And it would be dealing with yung it would be dealing with yung dividing up yung wealth ng kanyang father. And you just never acknowledge what happened sa tatay niya. Kasi you don't know kung anong ibig sabihin ng ending ng first movie if he actually killed yung si brother. Si brother Ian.
And what if it was titled There Will Be Blood 2 Back to School? Would you still watch it?
Yes, kasi it's so bad. Actually, I wouldn't watch it kasi there was a Donnie Darko too. I didn't watch that. Ganon. It was like, all these movies that seem like they would be a bad idea for a sequel.
Yung may pinag nga tayo. Did you watch Dead Kids ba?
No, I'm not too interested. Pero like, me and Gwen talked about it. Tapos parang, and then Marge talked about it. Did you like it ba?
No, pero may isang part doon natawa ako. Kasi, let's see if you'll laugh at this one. May guy, makain sila sa not burger machine, yung fake burger machine na pwede nila ilagay sa movie na. Tapos may kunot siya kay Karl Marx. Tapos yung guy na nakikinig, tumayo siya bigla, tapos pinat niya sa shoulder yung guy na nag-quote ng Karl Marx. Tapos sabi niya, "Sorry pare, hindi ako nanonood ng Game of Thrones."
That's pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
Did you like it?
No, I like that. That's a funny thing. I don't know kasi dude with I think you'll it's weird no kasi you don't like movies that preach to you, and I also don't like movies that preach to me. Pero like I also like movies that preach to me then sometimes, pero like so many people that I know kinda don't like that movie. So I'm not that interested in it kasi like if someone told you na parang pare dyan sa bar na yan amoy utot palagi, why would you ever fucking go into that bar?
I would go just to experience it.
I've done that, dude. I've done that na parang I'm gonna regret this if I don't smell these farts. Pero like I've smelled farts before and it was just bar form. Parang like I'm not.
I think of it the way that I thought of like when we watched all those terrible music videos sa house mo. And then it was fun. It was fun. It's funny.
A music video is 3 minutes. Although I do watch bad movies, but like it has to be genuinely interesting for me. This is a good movie trying to be.
Oh, Bandersnatch. We watched that and we laughed so well.
I hated it. That's why I invited you, because I would never have watched it without you. And we drank. That was fun. That was a fun time. Parang I don't have an impetus to watch Dead Kids if I'm pretty sure na I'm gonna dislike it. Ganon. I have more of an impetus actually to watch Joker because I think I might like it. It's just I don't want to watch something that sad and like that.
I'll spoil the scene for you, Josel. I'll spoil the scene. May isang part dun sa Joker. haharap si Joaquin Phoenix sa screen. Tapos sabi niya, man, that was some Joker, wasn't it, guys?
This one's some Joker.
Tapos may scene doon, di ba, spoiler alert, di ba sa Batman, binaril yung parents ni Bruce, di ba? May scene doon yung guy na nasa shadows, tapos may dala siyang revolver, tapos babaril na niya anong pangalan ng tatay ni Bruce Wayne?
Si Thomas Wayne.
Tapos pagkahugot ng gatilyo, bigla niya sasabihin ni Thomas Wayne, Mother! Alam mo yung...
Mother?
Yeah, sa movies na yun, ganun.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, kasi Todd Phillips said naman this like, no one would watch a movie if it was just called Arthur. Okay. I don't like this reasoning. I don't like this reasoning na parang you had to use, and I don't care about the Joker, but like, I don't know, have some balls? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Pero I don't mind. Like, I'm not that. Either way, I think it's not. I don't care. I don't care. I probably will like it if I watch it. Ganon. Pero the first hand naman, I'm not that interested in superhero stuff na anymore. Kasi like, you know, the problem with that stuff, with superhero stuff, is even if it tries to say something, the end point always is, I'm gonna punch you and this is gonna make it right. Honestly, yes. Right? Like,
have you watched, that's why, did you watch The Watchmen, yung series sa HBO?
Man, I love that show.
I'll watch it then, because you love it, just, and I know you're a man of taste.
It's super interesting kasi like, as someone I liked it. It's very interesting. It feels like if Alan Moore was hired to write a sequel to Watchmen, and he just didn't give a shit about the Watchmen, and he said, I'm gonna do this, pero on my own terms. It's almost that, up until a certain point, and then medyo hindi kasing ganda. Pero I thought it was super interesting. I really enjoyed watching it with Carice. The more interesting.
Yung mga nods is original.
Ano na?
Yung mga nods sa original. Yung sa HBO.
I feel like no, if I have friends, si March stopped watching it kasi she feels like hindi niya maintindihan. Kasi ganun ka-deep cut niya sa original. Like, it's not, I'm not saying that it's not a sequel that doesn't give a shit about original. It's a sequel that says na, let's extend everything to the point na you can't even, recognize it from the original. Like, medyo, nandun siya sa ganong level sometimes of thinking. And I was really impressed. I enjoyed it. And maganda yung message niya about Black Lives. I thought na that's the point of doing a sequel to Watchmen, is to use yung original methodologies at impetus. Kasi, he was trying to talk about storytelling, and then Cold War, mga ganun. So Watchmen has to be current, it has to talk about yung the important things, ganun. So important thing ngayon, Black Lives Matter, ganun. It's a weird show, ganun.
Yeah, like kunwari if it adjusts to the times that, like, to your point, it adjusted to what's happening now.
Yeah, kasi if you just remake the old one, then you're not as revolutionary as the old one. At least this shoots its shot.
That's my point. Like, kung maglalabas sila ng Osmosis Jones 2 ngayon.
It has to be out COVID. I think yun yung problem with the yun yung trinay nilang gawin sa Star Wars. Pero I feel like it's still, there's this
Star Wars had no business tackling those issues.
No, it's not issues. I mean yung thinking behind it. Kasi kwento din sa ni Rob about yung Return Last Jedi was it was referencing anime. You might not know this, pero si George Lucas stole a lot from a lot of things. Like, he stole from Mobius, he stole from old serials, he was a super fucking geek, and he like gumawa siya ng kare-kare ng lahat ng alam niyang magagandang bagay, and it produced Star Wars. He stole from Dune. Like, it's all of this shit, and he put it in there. So, I get it. There's almost like these two versions of fans ng Star Wars. There are people who die by the lore and the actual story, and then there are the filmmakers. And the filmmakers see yung important things na nagawa ng Star Wars to further yung craft. So, like, they don't actually care about yung sci-fi part. They care about yung technology or like referencing the things that they like, ganon. Pero like yun nga like most fans naman ng Star Wars, they just really want their extended universe. They just really want yung what they first watched, ganon. I mean,
pero that's why I think like mas nag-work yung parang new shit ng Star Trek kasi
it's new it's its own thing.
Like, Darkness, diba? It was such a like great retelling of Wrath of Khan, diba?
It's not as bad naman as I make it out to be. I'm not the target for it kasi I thought na it wasn't as good as what I watched. Ganon. And I think yun naman yung problem with like when like Star Wars fans watch the new ones. It's like, I want the old one. I want to feel like it was before. Pero like Harrison Ford is in a wheelchair, man. You can't get your fucking twinkle-eyed fucking guy. And like, Harrison Ford hates Star Wars. First of all.
He does
Hates
though.
Star Wars. So stop.
Even Mark Hamill hates Star Wars.
Stop. Man, lalo na si Mark Hamill ruined his life, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't get a role afterwards, and like he had to be the Joker.
He made the Joker.
But that's
in movies, in movies, yeah.
Like what other movie does he have? Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, actually.
That's the only other movie I can think of ni Mark Hamill. I think he was he in I was gonna say Full Metal Jacket, but that was Harrison Ford. Oh no, not Harrison Ford. That was he was in Apocalypse Now. Si Harrison Ford. It's crazy.
He played the general, right?
No, I don't know. He just played some other guy. It's like people forget na si Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan, di ba?
Oh, and like some people forget when John Lloyd was a background character in Palibasa Lalaki.
Oh, fuck. Well, I don't know why people would remember that. Pero background character lang siya?
Oh.
I've been watching yung old Tom Hanks na TV show, Bosom Buddies. Do you know that?
TV show?
He had a TV show. It only lasted 2 seasons. Tapos, I think yun yung inspiration for Buddy on Soul. Kasi I remember watching this as a kid. So, pero yung conceit ng sitcom na yun is so shitty, pero it's funny. Kasi it's Tom Hanks and it's a simpler time. There's this artist, si Tom Hanks. Tapos, meron siyang writer friend. And they got evicted out of their apartment. So, they had to find a new place to live at. Pero nahanap na nila a boarding house for women. So, they dress up as these 2 women. And that's the whole show. They have to hide yung pagiging nilang who they are. Tom Hanks is in love with yung this really beautiful girl, si Donna Nixon, who turns out asawa ni fucking si Ghostbusters, si Dan Aykroyd. Like, I didn't know na so ganda ng asawa ni Dan Aykroyd. I've been watching it recently and parang I love it. It's like it's like SNL with a story. Kasi you can tell na they're ad-libbing a lot and it's just them having fun.
It's filmed in a live audience?
No, parang hindi naman pwede actually. I'm not sure. Pero it just feels like magaling si Tom Hanks mag-ad-lib.
It's like a funny guy.
You have like this is interesting about you. Like, talk about movies, we talk about anime. I have never heard you talk about like a TV show that's not an anime.
I
Like, you don't have any sitcoms
I
that you
don't have
like.
any TV shows that are close to my heart.
You don't have any
Like
TV shows na like sa sitcom or like, alam mo yun?
sitcom that I like. Sitcom that I like. Almost no. Great point.
That's so
Kadalasan kasi
weird.
yung bata ko, anime yung pinapanood ko eh. So,
Yeah, pero like, sitcoms have a lot of jokes and shit. Ganun.
maybe, yeah. Pero this is recent, so this is from my childhood or anything.
Yeah.
Yung Louie, tas yung Horace and
Louie.
Pete. They're very good.
But that's not a comedy, Horace and Pete.
It is. It's funny.
Yeah,
You
but
watched it, you watched it.
it's like funny in like haha ha. It's like funny in like haha. It's like the kind of comedy na I'm not trying to judge. It's the kind of comedy alcoholics would understand.
Well, okay.
I watched 2 episodes, man. I've seen how good it is.
It's not set in a bar.
Alin yung Louie?
Yeah,
That's
I like
fucking
Louie.
harsh. That's not funny. I mean, it's not funny, haha. It's not like funny, like, yung nakakatawa ka, like, you hate when a thing is preaching to you, pero like Louie and like Horace and Pete is so preachy. I mean, honestly, lalo na Louie.
It's making fun of people's ideals, which is not preachy at all.
It's still fucking preachy. It's still preachy kasi parang look at this fucking idiotic thing. Isn't it idiotic? That's fucking preaching. It's just nihilistic. I think that's yun yung ano eh.
Okay, a positive one. Wait, a positive show.
I'm not saying you have to have it, pero like parang man.
But
Like,
you make a good point, nga. I'm thinking maybe.
I wouldn't watch Louis every day. I watch The Office almost every week, every day. I don't know why.
I'm the Office type. Wait, I watched the first season of Parks and Rec. Nakakatawa siya.
Man, what is wrong with you? You watched the first season. That's the worst. That like, you would never want to watch the second. Like, sorry. I don't want to. I'm not shitting on you. I'm just saying, The Office and Parks and Rec probably have the worst first seasons of anything. To the point that I don't want to recommend it to people starting with the first season kasi they will give up. Kasi sobrang nangangapa pa sila.
Okay, how about this? It's a positive show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I like that show. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Would you like an egg? Ganun. No, it's just interesting to me. You're not much of a sitcom guy. Yun lang.
I'm not.
Yeah. What do you find interesting in me, Andren?
What?
What do you find interesting about me?
I find interesting about you is like, especially in this episode, lumabas yung Josel na gusto kong makita. The Josel that people rarely see is this angry fucking nerd who hates everything.
Did you have like any movies that you do not want to watch again because you're pretty sure it's shitty and you just want to maintain how good it is in your mind?
Not shitty kasi shitty is like I enjoy bad movies then kasi.
Yeah.
But there are movies that I don't want to watch again that are really, really, really good.
Yeah.
For example, have you watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah. I want to watch that again actually.
Isang beses ko lang napanood when I was like first year college ako nun eh. And me and my friend watched it and
it really affected you, no?
Yeah, dude. It's so yung kay Nurse Ratched.
Is it did it affect you because you are also studying nursing? Ganon, may ganong effect?
No, it's...
Or like yung more of mental health stuff?
More of the mental health stuff.
Yeah.
And that nurse, dun sa movie na yun, yung si Nurse Ratched, is... When you say the greatest villains of all time, yung pumapasok sa isip mo, si Darth Vader, si Joker, si Hannibal Lecter, dude.
Yeah,
if you watch sobrang hateable ng babae yun, si Nurse. There are two kinds of villains, I think, for me, sa movies. The cool villains and the ones that you fucking hate, pare. Is si Nurse Ratched, pare. Oh my God.
I kind of want to rewatch that kasi it is interesting. I want to see si Martini again kasi ang cute niya. Yun lang yata yung takeaway ko sa movie na cute si Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, then the video is there.
I like yung ending. I like it was kind of a kooky ending na umalis lang si si Chief ba yan? Right?
Dude, it's one of the saddest endings ever.
Tapos the theremin is playing, di ba? Ganun. Ganun ko is Requiem for a Dream. I never want to watch that movie again kasi it's so brutal and brilliantly edited. Pero like, it's like talk about make you feel dirty. Like sobrang dirty lang na ending and just parang disgusting. And like I could never trust. I met this person who said that she rewatches this movie over and over again kasi ang ganda. And I'm like, I can't trust you as a human being anymore kasi that movie's fucking reprehensible. And like,
why would you want to put yourself through with that again?
I thought it was a really pretentious thing. Honestly, I know I'm like the most not pretentious person ever. Kasi parang,
which makes you pretentious.
Yeah, I'm like double pretentious. Kasi I'm like, I love Demolition Man and There Will Be Blood, and they're both the same movie. Pero like, man, I don't want to watch yung Requiem for a Dream over and over again. Kasi like, it's a heartbreaking movie, and it's obviously like a movie that hate fucks yung audience in a way. Pero like, it's like if you this is so fucking simpy and like lame and pathetic, but like if you're watching it again, aren't you kind of putting those people through the same fucking torture over and over again for your own entertainment, ganon? Kasi natuwa ka sa editing, ganon. I fucking get yung editing, ganon. I get it, it's drugs, ganon. Pero like,
yeah, I guess that's it. We're not filmmakers. Like I'm assuming people who
I'm not a sociopath. That's what I'm saying. No, it's like I don't know. I just got to a point na what actually I feel is interesting in art is if you make a work that is kind and actually exposes yung kindness ng people, ganun. Kasi that's a rare thing. And it's so easy to make someone fucking edgy and shit. Kasi like, you see the fucking some worst human beings on earth every day. No, it's good. Hanapan ko to ng ending. You go sleep, man. Salamat, dude.
Do this again.
Sige. I'll try to edit for tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you.
Haru, you are truly the great white ninja. Did I say ninja? I meant ninny. Haru, you are such a ninny.
I don't know what it is. It's a podcast, hit or miss. Every topic under the sun. Andren and Josel having fun.